Hello, my name is Aurel Perez. 1 year since October 7th. Personally, I can't believe that I'm standing here today in front of all of you, and these are the words coming out of my mouth. 1 year of a roller coaster of emotions. One moment I feel sad, looking up the sky or into the air and asking, this is really happened to us? The next moment, I find myself crying at my phone, either because of something tragic that happened or because I'm so proud of something positive. And all this in just 24 hours a day. Today, 1 year ago, young people around my age went out to celebrate life at the Nova Festival. Today, 1 year ago, as the sun rose and the best music should have been playing, some of those people lost their lives. Some were kidnapped and are still in captivity, and some survived. Every day since then, they have been taking care of themselves like roses blooming from the dust. Today, I have the honor to invite the Nova Festival survivor, Sagi Gabay, to share his story.
Hi everyone, good afternoon. I'm a bit excited to be here, so sorry for my English. It's such an honor to be here with you. I want to thank Duke University and Jewish Life at Duke for organizing this event and having me here. I'm here to share my story. For me, everything was started at 6:30 when I was in the party. I was going out to the parking lot to grab a drink with my friends, and I was looking to the sky and I saw one of the most beautiful sunrise I ever saw in my life. And then I just saw things sparkling in the sky, and I didn't really understand what I'm seeing until I understood it was thousands of rockets above my head. And usually I'm not the kind of guy that gets panicked, but I remember I was jumping on the floor and I just felt something bad had happened. My friends that been with me say, the party is going to close. So you need to understand back then our main concern was, bummer, the party is over, we're going home. We didn't really knew what expected to us. I was calling to my ex, Maya, and I told her, Yala Maya, we're going home. We grab our stuff and go to my car. We drive on 232 road, which is the road that leads to the party. We drove like for 2 minutes until we saw a car coming in the opposite side. And the car was full of bullets, and I saw it and I told Maya, stop the car. She stopped the car in the middle of the road, and we ran to a shelter that had been in the side of the road. We get inside this shelter, and I remember it was like about 30 or 40 people already over there. Everyone was shocked, everyone was confused because we didn't really understand what's going on right now. I was getting inside through the shelter to the end of it and back to the entrance, and I told Maya, I don't know, I can stay here. We don't stay here. And I grabbed her and back to my car. And this decision basically saved our lives because 4 minutes after we left the shelter, Hamas terrorists arrived to this shelter, and most of the people that been in the shelter was murdered or was kidnapped, like Hirsch, Goldberg, that been in this shelter. Actually, 3 weeks ago, when I just heard the news about Hirsch and how Hamas executed him and another 5 people from the party just a few hours before the IDF managed to arrive there, I understand how lucky I was and what a divine protection I got there. Like, just crazy to think about it, that we just left this shelter. I think we're on the last one that just left the shelter before the Hamas terrorists arrived and go by ourselves. I back to my car and I drove to the party area, and all the roads was blocked. There is a lot of cars, and I stopped the car, and behind me there is a car that came and it was crashed, and from the car there was a guy that was go outside and it was full of blood. And I remember he was like waving like this, like trying to say don't go over there, and it just fell to the ground. And I saw it and I just get into survival mode, and I left my car and starting to run between all the cars. And I saw people running to the open fields and don't get shot, so I just ran to the open fields. And after 10 minutes that we were walking in the open fields, the sand, I remember I saw the sand near me starting to jump. And then I hear like, and like, it was the sound of bullets. Like, I will never forget the whistle of the bullets. And everyone was screaming, they shooting, and we just starting to run, like to run for our life. And after 30 minutes of running, we found ourselves in the middle of nowhere, wondering what to do now. And Maya was calling the cops, and I told her, Maya, there is no cops, there is no army, there is no country right now. I don't know how, but I just knew it. Sometimes you just know things without even know how you know it, because back then we didn't really understand what's going on. And I told her, Maya, it's Pearl Harbor right now. It's like 9/11. And we walked for 14 miles in the open fields, and above us, rockets all the time, but we don't even look at the sky because our main concern is the terrorists that just can jump and shoot you. And I was walking and thinking to myself, what is like to get a shot? Like, what does it feel like when a bullet is get inside your body? And my mom was calling me and she told me, what's going on? So I told her, Mom, we're in a bad movie, so let me try to get out of it and I will talk with you. I just was terrified by the fact she might heard me getting killed while she's on the phone. So I just want to end this conversation. My friends called me, they told me you should dig a hole and hide, but I say I don't want to hide. I prefer like being shot while I'm running than being found like hiding. And we walk in the open fields. Around us, all the villages was burning, and people was very scared, and people already started to say goodbye to their families, and people thought they won't survive it. And I just walked and said, it might be the end. It's not even it's not from a place of was I'm scared. I just said I might die very soon, so maybe I should prepare myself. And after 4 hours of walking, we managed to arrive to Patish, which was a safe village in the Gaza area because the terrorists wasn't invaded over there. They let us in, they gave us food and water and hid us, and it's kind of felt like we are refugees in our own country. And we've been there, I think, like 1 hour, and there was a buses that came to rescue us, and we get into the bus. We were like 100 people on a bus that contained 50 places, and there is like cars, like police cars with soldier with a gun outside the window that secure us, and we just drove like this in red lights, and it was really felt like Armageddon is happening right now. And we went to Be'er Sheva, and then we took a ride with some girl that her father come to pick her from the party, and we've been like 7 people in a car that contained 5 places, and Maya was sitting on me. And then I started to feel the pain because I sprained my ankle when I was running, and just then my feeling was back. And I also started to process what I just been through, and I remember I was starting to cry, and just a silence cry. And I was thinking about all my friends that are still in the party and they don't answer me. They might be murdered, or even worse, they might be kidnapped. And thanks God, all of my friends, my good friends, the group that I came with, like around 12 people, managed to survive, everyone with his own crazy story. But I do lost 5 friends in this party, and I think There is no reality we should agree for, that people that came to celebrate life and freedom will find themselves running for their life and getting raped and getting murdered and kidnapped. And usually I'm talking about the life after October 7, but I actually want to share with you something I wrote 2 days ago when I was on my way here. October 7, 1 year after. A year after I survived the Nova massacre with such a big miracles and divine protection. It was a year full of pain and self-blame, a year full of deny and closing eyes, full of reflection and questioning, moments that you completely lost and lied to yourself, full of regrets and disappointments. It was mainly a year full of uncertainty and worries. But it also was a great year, full of amazing experience and essence, a year of incredibly self-growth and healing, a year of understanding and acceptance. A year after, I can say I'm not the same Sagi, and I will never be. It doesn't mean that it's bad, it's just what it is. I learned that the only certain things is the uncertainty. It's better accepting it than fight it. I learned to be more grateful and in gratitude for what I have, which is a lot. After maybe the hardest year of my life, life keeps on. We keep smiling and we keep laughing, we keep living. This is part of our spirit. This is our resilience. My heart will never be whole again. The emptiness always be there. But our goal, at least my goal, is never try to fill it with hope and light. And our heart will never be whole without our brothers and sisters that still stay with in Hamas monsters captivity. And our soldiers that risk their lives every day for us be able to live our life. And of course I want to mention all the heroes and the beautiful souls that paid the most expensive price their life for Israel can exist. October 7 was a big lesson for all of us, and we must be smart enough to understand it. We must be united inside Israel and outside Israel. We don't have the privilege to be divided, and we don't have the privilege for Jewish wars. I want to thank you all for the support. It's really meant a lot for me, and this kind of delegation, this kind of events is part of my healing process. I really taken a lot of strength for the people like you that just come and hearing my story, and the fact that I know how much do you care and how much you stand for Israel. And I think, as mentioned before, Israel right now stand against evil and basically fight the fight of the free world. Everyone that believes in the values that we believe, like freedom and peace, this is the same war. From here, I want to tell all of you Shana Tova, and may this year will be full of good and peace, and everyone will back, the soldier and the hostages will back home safe and fast, and we will get to live in peace and security as we deserve. Thank you all.